Welcome back, everybody, to another update from StartEdUp. Today we had a brainstorm session on possibilities, and then we had a realistic call from the person on who we're trying to work with. Now, the big thought of this podcast today is a lot of times in your brainstorming session, you have these big, huge, awesome, wouldn't it be cool plans, and then when you start parsing these things out, reality kind of kicks in. We just got off of a call from a guy in Ghana, and we'd like to help him, and there is a need for sure, but what are some things we ran into?
We ran into some financial problems, like not problems, but like stuff like what to buy, like for the kids, like uniforms, the desks, like the whole school in general, like what like the total cost would be.
We started talking about tax implications. We started talking about benefactors. We started talking about language barriers. Yeah. Just today, just the call we had from him was really difficult because anybody want to weigh in?
Yeah, communication's so difficult. They may be they're able to speak the English and understand us, but to get in depth and understand the business side and the innovative thinking that we're trying to incorporate into the school often is difficult because of these barriers that are set from a third world.
His language was really thick. The accent was tough. There was birds chirping in the background. There was delays in the internet signal. And these are all things that it's so much fun to listen to some of their ideas on we could do this and we could do that. And here's the challenge that I have for you if you're a parent, if you're a student, if you're a teacher, is that at minimum, dream big at first. Do not come out at the first to start knocking down things. I was deliberate today that I wasn't knocking some of these ideas down because I knew that in the Skype call that we had in Ghana that some of these things would become apparent to them. Like they started like, oh, now how do we do that? They run off of a different time frame than we do. There was just so many differences that they started to kind of scale it back. And as Pete would brought up, like at first yesterday's period, they had so many high ideas that we were starting to forget our original goal. You want to weigh in on that?
Yeah, so yesterday's class that we spoke with had just an incredible amount of ideas, from selling organic soap from West Africa online, bringing it to a more Western market, to working with different tie-dye t-shirts, to art ideas. I mean, it was all over the place, but like Don said, it strayed from the original idea, and that's not a bad thing, of building the school.
Yeah. So my thought for today and my challenge for you is, in those beginnings of your 20% time or your class, always let the enthusiasm build. Don't be a Debbie Downer first. But if you start getting a runaway train on ideas, always come back to what is your original goal, what is your why, and what is your MVP, what is your minimum viable product. So if they start running on tangents, like, okay, how can we get this done in the cheapest way and the fastest way possible to get some data on how it goes? That's my question. So if you're starting a project in your class or whatever, always, again, let them go wild with ideas, but always bring it back to what is the simplest way we can start this. Anything else? Pretty cool day to be able to Skype call a guy in Ghana with birds chirping and then kids running around and anywhere else. All right, that's all we got for today. We thank you so much. As always, we love it when you share these videos. The responses we're getting back from Facebook is amazing. If you'd like to know and connect with more of my students, almost all of them now have their permission slips in, so we'll be able to give more of their info as we go. Other than that, this is Don Wettrick reminding you that opportunities are everywhere. See ya.